Hi, Sarah Campagna from Salt and Fire Spellworks Courses in Personal Magic. I've recorded, this is the third video. Actually, it's like the 16th video I've recorded, but it's the third video I'm going to actually post about the course that's coming up, dropping in less than a month. So I've written courses before a few years ago and worked with several wonderful people, but now I'm starting to do it again. And the first one drops June 4th of 2023. One of the videos I recorded today tells you the nuts and bolts of how the course is laid out over time, how it's delivered, how you're charged, and that sort of thing. Another one I recorded tells you what is included each month in your course. And I can put links to those here or somewhere. One of the things you do need to know today, this video though is going to be about my philosophy, and I'm just going to make a few points. I'm sure my philosophy is much bigger, and I'll think of 6 things after I get done with the video. But one thing you do need to know is that each course is freestanding, much like a magazine subscription. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but basically whatever month you start, that month is complete. You don't have to worry about not having been there the previous months, and you will get a full experience each month. You can watch the other videos for more information about that. Excuse me. Okay, so a little bit about my philosophy. I've been talking a lot today, can you tell? So there are a lot of hurdles people put up to entry for magic. And I'm not here to judge anyone. I really am interested in ceremonial magic. I've studied some of it and I like it. It's very dogmatic and very structured, and that is fine. But that's not what I'm here to teach you about or to talk with you about, to share with you. I am here because I'm passionate about removing the hurdles that may be keeping you from trying to start or restart a practice. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to have an enormous background of knowledge. Learning things is wonderful, and I hope that you will, and I think you'll enjoy it. But you can start now, right now. So what I'm saying here is, in my opinion, if the magic is not yours, if it doesn't come from you, if it doesn't make sense to you and the way you think and feel, then you're just playing pretend. That's my feeling, and that's why I call this personal magic. It needs to be personal to you. Again, I believe magic is for everyone. I do not care about your religion or your gender at all. Just don't care. I think it's for anyone who wants to use it. I don't force it on anybody, obviously, but it's for you if you want it. Again, there are a lot of hurdles to entry that people think that they have to have things, they have to have materials, they have to have the perfect place to practice, they have to get there at the perfect time of day or year or whatever. I believe that that is all not necessary. What is necessary is your focused intent, and that's what we're going to work on together. Now, there are tools you can use that can help you with the focusing part of focusing your intent. But the most important thing is your intent. That's where all the magic comes from. So if we're doing a spell for a particular month, and if you want to know how that works, again, watch the other video. But if we're doing a spell and I suggest that you use a particular herb and you can't get it, or you're allergic to it, or you just don't want to, don't have time, it isn't in your budget, we'll probably have made a suggestion for an alternative, but you don't have to have it at all. Okay, so I'm saying there are no hurdles. Hurdles are put there by somebody who either is trying to keep you out or just doesn't really understand. Another thing, this isn't even on my list, but I want to say it. I put it on my Instagram feed the other day. All magic should come from love. So I am a member of a lot of Facebook groups for people who are learning to practice magic or trying to learn. They're always going outside of themselves for information. And one of the things I see a lot is requests for how to do things like hexes and curses. I'm not into that. I think when I say it's personal magic, it comes from your heart, your soul, and souls have no evil or darkness. They can be sad, but they don't have any darkness. So I'm not going to go there. If you want to learn to do hexes and curses, you're going to have to talk to somebody else. If it doesn't come from love, there's not going to be, there's a high price to pay, and I wouldn't pay it if I were you. Okay. The anytime thing, I mentioned that a little bit. My philosophy is that it is better to do ceremony at any time, any old wrong time of day, whatever, than to not do it at all. So, for instance, recently I did my full moon ceremony 4 days after the full moon because I couldn't do it on the day of the full moon. It was very powerful, almost scary powerful. So, don't let that sort of thing stop you. And then when you take the courses, I'm going to say that to you over and over. Don't let anything stop you except your inner guide. I haven't talked much in the other 2 videos about your intuition, but I believe that you know all of these things deep down. That has been my experience. People I meet when I share the way I teach people, like, oh, of course, I knew that, or why didn't I think of that? That's so easy. I didn't have to be as complicated as I thought. One of my mentors, she's someone I respect a great deal, has been practicing a lot longer than I have, read one of my spells, and she said, why didn't I think of that? That's so easy. I've let studying other people's spells keep me from doing what's natural to me. So personal magic is my philosophy, and I am going to work with you to help you find yours and learn how to practice it and feel great about it and hear your intuition and trust it. So that's a bit about my philosophy. I'm sure I'll think of 6 things as soon as I hit stop on the recording. If you have any questions, please feel free to either, if you're on my website, there's a contact page. I'm on, look for Salt and Fire Spellworks on the various social medias. And I'm on most of them under that name. I'm also there under my real name, and you can contact me that way if you want to, but it would be easier if you use Salt and Fire Spellworks for me to know why you're writing to me. I don't live with my phone in front of my face, so it may be 48 hours before I can get back to you, but I will get back to you. And I look forward to work with you. This is going to be fun. If I want to suggest that you, I don't think I suggested this already, that you download the sample. Maybe I did. There'll be a link somewhere around here for my free ritual framework that you can download. And that will give you an idea of a little bit more about my philosophy, how I write, which is fun and not a bummer. And it would just show you what it's like to take my course. So that's free and you can use it anytime. There's a flexible ritual framework, which I've said at least 12 times today and not gotten through it straight any of the times. And there's a little bit in there about how one of the ways that I like to build power or raise power, and some terminology, the way I use it, and my philosophy. So again, download that. There'll be a link around here somewhere and links to the other videos. Oh, and there'll be a link to the actual courses page on my website where you can go read what comes every month. If I've left something out, you let me know and I'll fix it. Thanks.